In this episode of Babylon 5, called Gropos, we meet Dr. Franklin's father, among other things, and we'll talk about it in a moment. Hello out there, I'm the oldest nerd. In this episode, Gropos, we meet General Richard Franklin. He is a commander of 25,000 Army troops that are about to go on a mission in the area of space that's not far from where the Narns and Centauri are having some dust up. And they want to have a new base by which they can make sure that they keep an eye on that. And this planet that they're going to attack is heavily fortified. According to Sheridan, it probably could not be conquered without quite a bit of loss of life. Nevertheless, the general is determined that he's going there. And it's also a story between General Franklin and Dr. Franklin, his son. He has been a career Army officer, and it wasn't until the Minbari War that Stephen joined Earth Force, but they've always been, while admiring of each other, they don't communicate well. They don't talk well to each other. One always ends up being hurt or perturbed or something. And while the idea of being an Army officer is one thing, being an Army general is one thing, being a doctor is another, and there's always been kind of a philosophical difference. Stephen likes working at Babylon 5 because he's able to meet more than 20 alien races plus whoever comes and goes there. And in doing so, he's able to treat people, he's able to make people better. And while his first assignment for Earth Force was being more a researcher into things that kill people better, he wanted to be more of a healer. It says something about his background. And, of course, Paul Winfield, who plays General Franklin, plays this just to the hilt. And he is a believable, blood and guts kind of general. Also, they have a couple of breakout characters that are met by Keffer, and, of course, a possible love interest by Garibaldi, the one they call Dodger. She's certainly kind of a troublemaker, but at the same time takes to Garibaldi very quickly. And he has some difficulty with this because it seems like every time he gets into a relationship, somebody dies, and he wants to kind of pull back because he doesn't want to get emotionally involved and have his heart broken again. That's understandable. But 25,000 troops on Babylon 5 is a tenth of their entire population, and they really don't have enough beds for everybody. So there are some people that were just sharing their quarters, including Keffler, who was not happy about the fact that two other people were going to be in his quarters. And while there is kind of a bad start to it, shall we say, they get to be friends and they get to be drinking buddies, and there are a few bar fights which are really very well done, very well choreographed. We see what the Earth Force, Space Force is like compared to the Army. They call them jarheads, Gropos. They have a sergeant major who is one of these stereotypical drill sergeant types. It does smack of realism, and very well done along that line. So what we see here is a problem anytime that you get just a whole lot of people in a crowded place already, and when your whole idea of being a peacemaking station becomes kind of a military jump point. It is something that is awkward for all of the Babylon 5 people. And another thing is that the secret mission that General Franklin is on, which he tells his own personnel and everybody on the station officially, he's there on a coffee and cake run, which isn't true, and only Sheridan, Garibaldi, and Ivanova know what his true mission is, and they are sworn to secrecy. And so knowing what they know and interacting with the others, you can see the tension there as well, and it's all well acted. So that's what we have here. It is essentially a chapter in the book of the Great War, and we're putting characters in place here and there, and while we're there, giving some opportunity for some character definition this time of Dr. Franklin. So I hope you liked it. I did. I think it's always something that makes you just want to watch it again and again, and it is what we're talking about today. So I'd like to know what you think about it. Please put it in the comments below. And while you're there, if you have not subscribed, please do so. And a like would be highly appreciated as well. So until we see you next week, which we have another Deep Space Nine, we have the penultimate episode of the Star Trek original series, one of the better ones. Don't go far.